Tales from the basement. Artie.
And I'm Prospect.
We are here.
We in the basement again, giving you it live.
Return of the Mac, Mark Morrison.
You already know that's an old school favorite.
Yeah, and we put that on because you know Trump is president.
Yeah, it's the turn of Donald Trump. You thought he was over when it came to that whole apprentice show shit, but the nigga back.
Yep.
He returned. He about to give it to you for 4 more years.
4 years.
Woo! How you like that, America?
And it just started, so enjoy.
I bet you wish you would have got out and voted that day.
Yep.
Fucking dumb fuck sitting on your couch doing nothing.
He's never gonna win.
And now you stuck with him. Yep. So deal with it. Like all that protest shit, I can't understand it, yo. I really can't. Like there's just so much hype about him and about controversy about how he won it. Yo, it's done. He took the oath already. That's it. If you think we're fucked already for 4 years. Like there's nothing you can really do right now except like try to impeach the guy, and he hasn't really even done anything for you to impeach him.
Yeah,
you know.
So he's pretty good right now, and I think like the first thing he did as soon as he sat down in the chair was try to like sign something to fuck up Obamacare. So if you got Obamacare right now,
you heard about that, right?
I heard about that.
Literally like within an hour, he literally like passed some legislation.
Yeah, so he's really going hard for that. That was his main thing.
Imagine that shit, like you chilling with Obama and like Michelle Obama, and y'all like, yeah, everything good, yeah, I'm gonna take over, everything great. And as soon as you walk away, an hour later, you hear the tweets about
you
like
fucking they shit up.
You like, what the fuck, nigga? Like
that's like imagine you go on your lunch break and you like, alright, yo, here's what you gotta do and blah blah blah, and you come back and all the hamburger patties are on the floor, all the French fries, everything you did,
all of them.
Everything on the floor,
After
all the
putting them
McNuggets
neatly there and lining them up so you could fry them and cook them and give them out to somebody else who has no business whatsoever being in McDonald's. You know, like the people that's obese and overweight, and basically you get fucked over.
Yeah. So there goes all the hard work, and Obamacare's done. I don't even have Obamacare, so I don't know what that's even about, but.
I don't even know if I have Obamacare. I have some kind of care.
You got care?
I think it's somebody.
When you fall, somebody come put their arm around you.
I would hope so. I would hope so. I mean, it's more of like a spontaneous thing. Yeah, it's like a homie care. Like if I fall in the street,
a homie will help you up.
And I got my phone. I just call somebody and a homie come through and just pick me up.
All right. So I don't got no kind of care. I can't get sick. I can't fall down. I gotta be very careful. Like I can't do nothing extreme. No bungee jumping. No skydiving.
None of that shit.
I go to the hospital and they charge me in money. I don't know what healthcare is. Like
monies.
They charge me in monies, nigga, and I don't got monies for the hospital. So I try to stay safe.
What I want to know is now that Trump is in power and he just took his little oath thing. Like, what's gonna happen with like the privacy in America? Understand? Because I don't understand why, like, ladies and gentlemen, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you hate it when every time you try to download a fucking app or like you try to open up an app and a little pop-up comes and it asks you for your goddamn location?
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Why do you need to know where the fuck I am?
Now, it's not even your location though, because they want to. It's like, can we have access to your contacts, your picture gallery, your recent call logs? Like, what the fuck?
Like, I don't understand why.
For Groupon?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I downloaded some music shit, like, just to do beats, and they literally wanted access to all my videos and all my galleries, like my gallery pictures, and I'm like, yo, I don't want these people knowing the type of videos I watch on YouPorn. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
I might get in trouble. You know what I mean? So,
why do they need that, though?
That's what I'm trying to say. Now, if it's Google Maps, or
I can understand location.
Anything particular to like helping you navigate or find your way, I don't know, through life, maybe through a maze or out of depression, whatever.
Even
the fuck
Pokemon
you want to do.
Go. Even
Pokemon Go is acceptable. But to tell me that when I download, I don't know, Mega Beats or Beats 5.0, you need to see my gallery and all my videos? Like, come on, man. I don't get that.
I don't get it either.
What is Donald Trump going to do for me as far as that?
I think he's going to make it worse. He's probably going to sell all your dick pics to like third-party companies.
That's what I'm worried about.
There's gonna be a bunch of
that's what I'm concerned about. Like, can I get? I don't mind if you sell my dick pics, but I should get something from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I should definitely get some. I shouldn't be surprised when I go online and I'm looking at porn. I'm like, oh shit, that looks like mine. I shouldn't discover that like that.
That's my worst fear.
Maybe like an email or something.
Come back to haunt me.
Maybe like an email or something. That's why you got to take the right type of dick pics.
Yeah, but I got tattoos.
Oh, yeah. So that shit would come back to haunt you.
Yeah, as soon as I see somebody with my tattoo, I'm like, oh shit, damn, how that got out there?
But you got tattoos on your dick?
No, but on my body where my dick would be, you would see a tattoo.
Holy shit, for real? Did that hurt?
Not around my dick. But
okay, I'm sorry. You said dick pic and tattoos.
No, if I took a picture and it was like my dick region, you would see a tattoo in that area. You understand? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
Why are you talking about dicks and pics and
I don't know. It's as soon as you brought it up, talking about
listen. I was talking about privacy and location. All of a sudden, we bouncing the dick pics. We gonna get off this subject because we in the basement right now, and we just. Oh, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we just put a brand new door.
Oh shit, the basement. That's right. Yo, we upgraded. We balling.
Yeah, right now, you know, we had some guy named Pedro come in, and he did his thing. And that's another thing. Like Donald, I know you trying to take the Mexicans out of. You know,
let us keep Pedro.
Let us keep Pedro. Let us keep all the hardworking Mexicans out there because they are fucking hardworking. Like the guy literally built that fucking door, like from scratch.
In one day.
Like literally put the cement, everything, put it on like bells and whistles.
It works.
It looks beautiful. It closes and opens, and that's the most important thing. And it locks. That's the most important thing.
So, I mean, but the funny thing is that I'm looking at it used to be literally like a cutout of brick.
Yeah, it was just like a hole.
Yeah, it wasn't a doorway.
It looked like if somebody wanted to make a door and it was like, nah, fuck it, just make a hole right here and we'll just walk through it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like if you smashed a wall with a sledgehammer and walked through it, that's what we used to have. And now we got a door.
Yeah,
and he did that in one day.
Like think Flintstones. Remember Flintstones when they had that the doorway to just walk through? Think like that. That's how it looked. So kind of like a cave down here, but now looking official, you know, because we got this steel metal door. Even though we keep it open all the time.
Imagine all the murderous possibilities now. Nobody ever used to be able to see. I mean, excuse me. People used to be able to see everything we were doing down here, but now nobody can see.
Technically.
Like once we close that door, there could be bodies lying to the ceiling, and the rats would just eat them.
I'm pretty sure that's soundproof too, so nobody's gonna be able to hear these people scream. So
yeah, but we keep it open for some reason. Like we're like people that just got out of jail. Like we can lock the door, but we don't.
Yeah, we don't lock. Like we don't like locked doors.
You know,
no locked doors.
So we got a brand new door that we leave wide open.
And on top of that, shout out to Budweiser Newport. Let me just say that real quick. Let me just say that real quick.
Always.
Budweiser in my life forever. I love you. Shout out to you.
And Newports. Because I can't get cancer without you.
But at the same time, I just want to shout out the fact too that as far as upgrading goes, you didn't tell the people, Five, about our new seating apparatus ornament that we got going on here.
Oh, that's right, my homie. He's an extreme picker.
I do that. You know what I mean? I'm on my NYC picker shit.
He found a little leather ottoman, so now we got. Not only do we have a door,
they call me Pikachu. You know what I mean?
We got 2 seats, a mini fridge. Like in 6 months, we might have a table in here, a light, a fan.
We got that pool table back there. That's like a mini pool table.
Man, we got a mini pool table.
We don't got all the balls though. We need like you mentioned like the white ball, the cue, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. So little by little, we patching the basement up.
Little by little. And that soap that we bought, ladies and gentlemen,
still going.
So we're able to wash our hands and maintain a bacteria-free environment. Because it's all about the environment. Remember that.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into this brand new year, 2017.
Yep. Tales from the Basement. Budweiser.
Welcome your brand new president, Donald Trump. He's here to stay. 4 years.
4 fucking years.
All I can say is, you know, let's stop thinking about what he's doing and let's start preparing for 2020 when Seagal
takes over everything.
Yeah, when he comes through, because when Seagal comes through,
it's over. I mean, in the debate, he's just going to be breaking arms. There's not going to be no Republican candidates
left. And I know we talk about Seagal a lot, but we are advocates of a keto and advocates of Seagal.
And a healthy lifestyle and breaking arms and elbows, you know what I mean? But there's the thing about a keto. You wait for the punch to come and then you break the arm. It's about discipline.
It's about reaction and discipline.
It's about discipline. You don't go around poking your chest out and saying all kinds of... Steven Seagal never did that. He walked in, he asked a question, you didn't answer, he broke your fucking arm.
And that was it.
That was it.
Ended the movie, and then they made a part 2, which was the same thing.
Yeah, where they killed his wife and his kids, and he
Equally good.
Yeah. But the point is, we disciplined down here, and we little by little improving. So we hope that for 2017, you're doing the same thing, little by little, taking steps towards making your environment better.
And just accept it. Donald Trump is right now 4 years. You don't got to vote for him again. Just make sure you listening to us very clear. Let's prepare people for 2020 in the arrival of Seagal and the keto, and that's all we're gonna talk about it.
Yes.
So now, moving on from that, let's just jump topics real quick right here, and let's get into another subject right now.
What are you talking about?
5. Like, I don't really understand why, in this day and age, like when you go outside, and I know, like, listen, I was younger. You know what I mean?
You were, yeah.
I can understand how people. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I was born just like everybody else.
All right then.
You know, I just can't understand why nowadays, like, these youth is outside and they just acting a fool, man. They acting stupid, man. They acting crazy out there nowadays, man.
Yeah, I don't like these young kids. Like, it makes me think, like, damn, when I was young, did I behave like a fucking idiot like that? Because they all loud and obnoxious and fuck out of here, man.
And then the crazy thing is that a lot of these, like, high school kids and, like, girls that walk around, listen, y'all don't know how to act and y'all don't know how to dress, and this is my point and what I'm getting into. You know, you got to be careful of how you acting outside, because there's a lot of pervs out there.
Yeah.
Trust me. And if they thinking anyway, halfway thinking, like, man, be thinking they want to smash everything when they outside. You understand what I mean? So if you walking out there with your little, what's it called? Them little sweats that the girls be wearing, them yoga pants and stuff like that.
I hate yoga pants.
Like, you need to stop that, because people like me and my homie, we stay alive. That's what we like to do. You understand what I mean? It's not like we can actually come up to you and say something, because that'll just be creepy.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know what it is about me, but it's just like I like to just visualize
every woman you see in the world.
Every woman I see in the world, just I don't know. Maybe porn did it to me.
I think so.
You know what I mean? Maybe hours and hours of porn, kind of like just play the role factor.
See, I understand what you're saying. So you basically saying, like, when you see a woman, any woman, like, for some reason your mind just drifts into, like, visually undressing her and then doing all kinds of things. And
exactly.
Yeah.
Anybody over the age of 18. Anybody over the age of 18. Let's just point that out. I just want to point that out, because, you know, I'm like, we got two different things going on. I just want to make that very clear. Anybody over the age of 18, if you walk into the street, I mean, I think any woman is fair game. You know what I mean? And it's like, when you look at them, all you automatically thinking is like, all right, take the pants off, take the top off.
Yeah.
Her titties look. Imagine her, like, on her knees right now, just doing something crazy.
That's true. I do the same thing, but I do it kind of romantically, I could say, because I don't like to feel like
so you set up like the candles and everything in your head?
Nah, I don't do that, but I do it on a way.
Shit.
Nah, it's not pussy. I do it on a way where, like, I imagine myself as the coolest motherfucker in the world, and she has no choice but to just be in awe of my OG pimp swagness.
So you come in like Fabio holding the butter?
Kinda, but like on some street shit. So I walked over with my brand new Timberlands and my do-rag hanging, and she was just like,
your Sriracha Tims.
Yeah, with my Sriracha Tims on. Can we talk about that?
Yes, we can.
Okay,
yes, we can.
So it's Tales from the Basement. We're gonna make a quick segue. I got these brand new, now everybody that knows me knows I'm very keen on my footwear, gotta be premium. Just got these brand new Sriracha Tims. You know, Sriracha Tims. You know, the Sriracha that comes in and it's spicy and it makes your chicken wings taste amazing.
I fucking love that hot sauce.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that fucking hot sauce, Sriracha.
So I got Sriracha on my Timberlands, and they look so amazing. And if you ever see me walking in the streets, I want you to be very jealous.
Yeah. Listen, they are pretty tight. I'm not gonna lie.
You own a pair too.
I do own a pair.
You know what?
I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to feel like I was copying you or whatever.
No, see, the thing is, I keep it real. Like, you know, tell the truth.
Tell a story. Tell a story how it really happened. How it all went down about Sriracha Tims.
So I'm looking online. My son, this is a couple months ago, my son needs a pair of boots for the winter. Of course, you know, when you live in New York, you got to buy stuff. So I like to shop off season, save a little money. I go on this website. I'm not even going to tell the website because, you know what? I don't want you to have a pair.
Yeah, it's exclusive.
Yeah.
And the less people that got it, the better we feel about it. and the more we can gloat about it. So, no.
So I go to this mysterious website. They got Sriracha Timbs, and it's this nice hot red, and it's exclusive only to their website,
It's
only to their
fucking
store.
sexy, I tell you what.
And you know what? The funny thing is, I guess that red color, that bright red, was like off-putting to certain people, so they wasn't selling. So they was on sale.
Fucking idiots.
I bought my son a pair. They come in the mail, and they look fucking amazing.
They did, because when I seen his son outside and I didn't even see his face and I seen him like walking away from the store, I was like, who is this little motherfucker I'm about to rob right now? For them boots! That's what I said, nigga. Then when I realized, put up some Sriracha Timbs. Then I realized it was my homie's son. I was like, oh shit.
You are a fresh little kid.
Yeah, you was looking tight. You was looking nice.
I see the Sriracha Timbs. I say, you know what? I want a fucking pair for myself. And me, like a good homie, I go and tell my homie, I say, yo, you know them Sriracha Timbs?
That was me.
They on sale. And my G, you could get a pair too.
And that's what I did.
And that's what he did. And the fucked up thing was, I got caught up in my bills, and this motherfucker gets his pair before me.
Yeah.
So I see my homie with the Sriracha Timbs.
Sriracha Timbs.
It shattered my existence. I said, yo, I was trying to put good out into the world. God, why you doing this to me? Now I see everybody shining with Sriracha Timbs, and I don't got a pair. So I buckled down. I got to work. I stacked my pennies up. And when I finally had the money for Sriracha Timbs, not only did I get them, but they were 25% off.
Woo! Motherfucker, you got a discount.
So can I say the price? Brand new Timberland field boots. Sriracha limited edition.
You can't get them shits like that.
For $75.
Yo, that's a fucking deal. Are you kidding me?
It was amazing. I felt great, and they came, and I put them on my feet.
I know a lot of thoughts out there would like to suck a dick with some Sriracha Timbs.
For some Sriracha Timbs, and I got them. And they fit like a glove, and you know what?
Like a glove.
I feel like I put some good out into the universe. And I
brought it back.
And I was doubtful, and it came back tenfold. For the simple fact that when I showed them to you, they was a little more expensive.
But now all this gloating and throwing it in people's faces just kind of fucked up your cone.
I fucked up the universal flow.
It kind of fucked up
you know what?
Shit. You're going to walk outside in a snowflake going for it.
Yeah, and that's it. It's over. It's over for the Sriracha Timbs.
Nah, but they are nice boots, and if you do get a chance to get them, which we hope you don't, wear them well.
And take care of them. And yo, they're not waterproof. So
They are not waterproof.
They will bleed.
Sriracha Timbs are not waterproof. Remember that.
They will bleed on your fabric, and you know, just keep in mind, spray them with some water protecting, like some creep spray or something.
Yeah.
You know, just keep them nice and tight, because it's a great pair of Timbs. But what we was talking about? So, bang, let's switch subjects. Shout out to Newports and BUDWEISER.
Newports.
So when I see a chick, I imagine that she's just so into me that I get to do whatever I want. So that's kind of how I like.
Well, so you have your moments.
Yeah,
like
that's
when you see her, like your fantasy is like, this is what I want to do to you, and I get to have it right now the way I want it.
Yeah, because you like me so much. I flip it like that so that it's not so pervy. I guess you do it whips and chains, and she's tied up.
I do it real pervy. I go the opposite direction. I do it real pervy. I'm like that type of dude that just come up.
Get over here, bitch.
Yeah, I like all of that aggressive shit, and I know y'all women like it too. So don't even play yourselves.
I'll get into a little aggressiveness, but I gotta test the waters first. So you know, you do a little light choking, a little pulling of the hair,
a little loving, a little rubbing.
I don't go straight for the elbow to the nose like you.
Nah, I'm quick to be like, you want it rough? Is that what you want? And then
that's how you gonna get it.
And before you know it, they leaking. You know what I mean? And they a little disoriented, but we clean it up and we get it done. Bouncy is a hell of a product.
The quicker picker rubber.
Let me just tell you that. Bouncy,
it's all the stains.
Bouncy has my endorsement. Shout out to Bouncy if you out there listening.
It's Tales from the Basement, and you see what happens when people get a door on their basement. Their mind just runs wild.
I'm telling you, that door started so many thoughts in my head about so many things I could do down here. So many crimes I wanted to commit.
Oh man, it's funny is that I came down here and I saw the door. I know that rhymes. I saw the door.
Oh my God, are you like a poet today?
And I don't know it. And I seen the door, and we start talking like, yo, this dude put a door in, and one day he's fucking amazing.
That door looks fucking amazing.
And literally, our conversation jumped from that to drug dealing, killing people, doing all this.
How does that happen? How does
and
that
it's
happen?
funny, New York City and the whole world. It's funny because I guess it's funny how a little small thing in your life will change, and it'll just change your whole perspective and make you think about everything differently.
Or like for me, it triggers the past a lot. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times I think about things like that. Like when we talk about the door, and for me, it just triggered like past memories with you. I remember we was down here and we started talking about high school. Yep. And what we went through high school and all the crazy things we experienced through high school. And it's just like, yo, if you a young kid right now, you going through high school, I'm not telling you to live it up and go crazy and be a criminal, but being young does not last. And I'm telling you right now, you don't want to get older because all that is just bills and stress. And when you deal with people when you older, you know what the crazy thing is when you deal with people when you older, you notice a lot more attitude, and that shit just irks you even more. Yeah. That's one of the main things about getting older. Like, you gotta have a lot more patience. You understand what I mean? To deal with people's bullshit, because you notice it a lot more when you get older. So what I'm trying to say is, like, stay young. You understand what I mean? And it is amazing, like, just to play off what you were saying, like, how something that simple could trigger, like, a memory like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we just had a good time talking about high school life and things we did back in the day.
It's funny is we went to a high school. I don't know if should we say the high school? We love the high school.
No, I mean,
you know what? Fuck it. I love the high school, and you know what? We went to LaSalle Academy.
LaSalle Academy. Shout out to all the LaSalle brothers out there listening.
LaSalle Academy.
All the Cardinals out there. Woo woo.
All the Christian brothers. It's a private, all boys school, and it used to be in the Lower East Side of Manhattan.
Yeah, it used to be on.
And it's a very
first and first, right?
Second.
First and second.
Second and second.
Second and second.
Second and second. Get it right.
Second and second.
It
right.
used to be on.
I was high most of the time.
We was all high. Yo, it's a very prestigious Catholic high school in New York City, and we're proud to go there.
Listen, one of the best educations that you can get.
Yes.
In the New York State.
Is it expensive?
Listen, hell the fuck yes.
But you gonna love it.
Is it worth it though? You tell them.
Yo, listen. I come from a public school environment, right? So anybody that listen to this, they got kids, and you thinking, where should I send my kid to high school, or my kid is fucking up, whatever.
Don't do the public shit, man.
Send your kid to a nice private school. It's gonna cost money.
Sometimes they need structure.
They need that structure, but you know what? It costs money. And there's programs out there that will help you. There's scholarship programs. There's all kinds of shit. If your kid can keep up like a B- average or a C+, you can probably get something. And you know what? We didn't have metal detectors. We didn't have nobody tapping our pockets, searching our bags. I came from that. And it was whack. Yo, you couldn't do shit. You felt like a prisoner. And we went to this school, and it changed everything. Like, we used to be suit and tie every day to school. People looking at us, and we used to be doing so much dirt.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we used to be doing so much dirt. I'm talking about...
Yo, imagine, ladies and gentlemen, dressing up in a nice tie. You got a nice little button down on, nice little vest. Everybody thinking that you guys are some proper shit.
I used to wear the blazer.
Catholic thing going on. You know what I mean? You got your khakis with your Jordans on. You walk into school, people think you some good, wholesome boys.
And we had so much drugs on us.
And little did they know, we packing so much drugs, and we smoking in the park, and we smoking in the school, and we doing all this crazy shit.
Yo,
like, we was banditos, you understand what I mean? Banditos.
But we looked like proper young men, and we used to get away with a lot of shit. So if you got a kid, if you got a kid and he's getting into trouble and he's fucking up in school, you know what? Send him to private school. It might not change his behavior, but he'll get by.
Yeah, what it's gonna do is it's gonna help him
take it to the next level.
Get smarter, take it to the next level, and find a way to do his dirt without you finding out. Which technically, I think as parents, y'all all could agree. Like, if the nigga doing something bad and I don't want to know about it, nigga just be better at hiding that shit so I don't find out what the fuck you doing.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Listen, you gonna do it anyway, regardless of behind my back. You understand what I mean? So just don't make it so obvious. You know what I mean? And LaSalle
is a great school for that.
It's a great school for that. Let me just say that.
And the teachers, The teachers
Oh
can't.
my God, superb teachers. Are you fucking kidding me?
And it wasn't about the money for them. Because being that it was a religious school, they were more focused on the education. And the money that you paying, even though you think it's a lot, you paying every teacher's salary. You paying for the maintenance and the upkeep of an old ass building. You're paying for the stipends for the brothers who work for no salary.
That's right.
Because the Christian brothers, by nature, they're not like priests. See, a priest takes a class and he gets to molest little boys and all that shit. The Christian brothers don't do that. The Christian brothers are missionaries.
Yeah. They on a mission, ladies and gentlemen.
No, but you don't know this, homie. This is true shit. If you actually sit down and talk to them, they'll tell you about stories where they lived 5-10 years in Ethiopia. Because that's what Christian brothers do. They missionaries.
They had that own building next door, remember?
Yeah.
Where they used to live there.
They live right next to the school.
They live right next to the dedication that we talking about.
Yes.
What school you know?
Where the teacher lives right next door.
Where the teacher lives right next door. The teacher never late, never absent, always on time, ready to give your kid the education that he or she needs. LaSalle Academy, it has now been relocated to what street was it again?
It's 6th Street.
6th Street.
It's on the Lower East Side.
Lower East Side.
If you got a kid, send them there.
Listen, and they got one of the best principals right now. Let me tell you what.
Because you disrespected her when she first started.
Listen, let me tell you something. Let me break it down to you right now. LaSalle is one of the best schools to send your kids for another reason too. Kids, if you listening, young kids, young people, if you watching and you listening, understand that LaSalle is one of the best schools to go there. And like, listen, these teachers, they put up with a lot, despite what you think about Catholic school teachers.
He feels guilty. Can we tell a story?
No. All I'm saying is, like, listen, I done been to Catholic school, and I done been to public school, and I know that Catholic school teachers, even though they're not paid a lot, like,
they go through the same shit.
They still go through the same shit public school teachers do, and a lot of times Catholic school teachers, they take it with a grain of salt. A lot better than the public school teachers do. So if you got a kid that really likes to be disrespectful, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. Send them to a Catholic school because the teachers will put up with that shit more than you really think. Like, I remember I used to give so much disrespect to one of my teachers, and
Miss Conroy. Let's shout it out.
And now she became the principal.
She the fucking principal. We was looking online the other day, world. And I seen it, and it blew my mind because, all right, like, I graduated before the homie, so I remember her just starting out, and I always said to myself, she was young,
full of hope, enthusiastic,
and she was such a nice lady.
And we broke that bitch down every day, nigga. That's what we did, nigga.
Broke her down every day,
nigga. That's what we do.
Him and his little young piece of shit. At the time, I was graduating.
My cooties.
I was graduating, so I was on my cool guy, about to go to college.
Yeah, you was on your Is that what y'all still doing? Bothering teachers?
Nah, we don't do that.
Disrespecting their lives and shit. We don't do that. Yeah, that's what we doing. They're like, yo.
And me, I'm going out for lunch at 12 o'clock. Going to eat lunch at the diner.
Little pizza and shit. While I'm over here scheming on teachers.
Smoking blunts and coming back to class.
Different times, different hours, but.
So he disrespected the shit out of Miss Conroy. And you know what? She's the principal now. And she cared. She was such a nice lady. And I know you feel like shit for doing that.
Nah, listen, I ain't gonna say I disrespected her the whole time. I'm just saying when she first got there, it's only right to do that. Because you knew. You were like a freshman to us. And we gotta go through all that hazing process where we hate you. You understand what I mean? But shout out to Miss Conroy. God bless her. Like, if anybody deserves that job, she does. She definitely deserves that job. To run that school and to run it the way she is, God bless her. Shout out to Miss Conroy. LaSalle Academy, located on 6th Street, Lower East Side, NYC. Send your kids there. All boys Catholic private school.
Yeah, we gotta shout out LaSalle because you know what? It molded us, and it made us better friends. And the funny thing was, yo, when I tell you, world, it was so much drugs and so much violence and so much gang banging and all that in that school. But every day, we all put on a suit and tie, and we acted like everything was good.
Yes,
and that's the real attitude we need for the world.
And when it came time to buckling down and paying attention, we didn't do it. But we were in class, present, and on time. Well, fairly on time. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, listen, you can't ask for more nowadays from kids from New York City.
No.
As long as they show up and as long as they give like a half-ass effort to pay attention. And that's what we did. And I'm telling you right now, they helped us through it, and they got us through it. They recognized who we were as people, and they helped us and they coached us get through that high school life.
And I had teachers, honestly, that told me, that sat down and was like, yo, when you wear the suit and tie and all this shit, it's not because we hate you and we want to fuck you up and do all this and torture your life, and we don't want you to wear your...
man.
Yeah, we don't... You know what I mean? We know you want to wear your throwback jersey and your all this, but you know what? This is what the real world is. It's suit and tie. It's not talking back. It's standing there while a motherfucker's telling you something you don't need to hear. That's what the real world is. And that's what LaSalle gave us. So
listen. Basically, I'm gonna just break it down. What we trying to sum up right here. If you got people in your life that are basically like, you know, you can reflect back on what they done for you and how they helped you. You know what I mean? Just always, I mean, even if you can't come in contact with those people, show appreciation. Think about them once in a while. Just give thanks that you had people like that in your life to coach you and to help you get through shit. You know, because without it, you just be a mess doing all types of drugs and falling into all types of alcohol and all types of like fucking criminal activity. Yeah. So, you know, give appreciation to the people that's there for you. You know what I mean?
Tales from the basement. We giving life messages.
You know what I mean? It's just a little bit, you know.
And it's funny how just putting a door in a basement.
Putting the door in the basement.
We'll do that to a motherfucker.
By Pedro the Mexican.
Let's keep Pedro.
Let's keep Pedro, Donald. Let's keep Pedro. Could change one perspective and have you thinking about all the
high
things in
school
life.
And shit that changed your life.
Because you gotta understand, it sounds stupid, but that door wasn't there before. All you seen was a hole in the wall.
Yep.
And 6 months later, now you see a door. Now, if that's not an example of progress, I don't know what is. I feel like me and my homie are always moving forward. You know,
do that for your life.
We got this door going. We got the soap there. We got the ornament there.
Yeah, pretty soon we gonna have a table and a picture of Ja Rule and Steven Seagal on the wall.
Sometimes we have napkins down here in Bounty. Sometimes we don't. But you know what? That's the hardship that comes with living in NYC.
Yeah.
But we just want to show you that progress is there. You need to appreciate the people in your life that help you get there. But at the same time, don't fall into into bad habits. You know what I mean? Like drinking and doing all these types of drugs and stuff like that. Like
keep it to one drug and one drink.
Yeah. I love drinking. You love drinking?
I like to drink too. But you know what? I got a dark past where, like, my thing is, if I go like let's say we partying and you say, yo, let's do a shot of vodka, but
I would never say. But
you would never say that.
But go ahead.
But you know, I party with certain people that it's like, you know what I'm saying, going like just like you said, LaSalle, going to private school, you go there with white boys, you go there with all types of different people, and when you mix with different people, they into different shit. And I done party with people like, yeah, let's drink vodka, let's do shots, let's do fire bombs, next you do Jaeger bombs, let's down a beer. And you know what? I done got too fucked up. So now when I go out, I got 3 drinks that I stick to.
Like your favorite type of drink?
Yes.
What is your favorite type of drink?
All right. So when it comes to liquor, first, I know like from the hood, you guys saying, hey, yeah, I drink Hennessy, I drink all that. Nah. Jack Daniels.
You a Jack Daniel man?
I'm a Jack Daniel man, and I do Jack Daniels neat. I love to order it like that because I feel sophisticated.
For those who don't understand what neat is, can you explain that to them?
Neat means no ice.
No ice, ladies and gentlemen.
I like my drinks straight.
Understand that neat means no ice.
So what I'll do is I'll go to a bar or any kind of, whatever.
Classy motherfucker.
Yes,
neat. I like that.
I love to say it. It sounds great. I go and I say, yo, let me get
You sound like you know what the fuck you're doing.
I know what I want when I go there. That's the thing. You gotta have a drink.
You OG.
As a man, you gotta have a drink. You gotta have something that no matter what, fucking. You could be in a bar in Alaska in the middle of Eskimo season and you could go and be like, yo, let me get a Jack neat. And that shit comes in a glass and you like, this is exactly what the fuck I want.
You know what? And everybody there will break their heads and you probably get some girl come up to you, top you off, have a good night. So when I go out, I do Jack neat. If I'm not in the mood for Jack and I want something maybe a little smoother, I'll do either Cavassier or Hennessy. Okay. And when it comes to beer, Budweiser. Of course.
But for some fucking reason, let me just say this, because this is pissing me the fuck off.
I know where you going with this. Oh my God, why does New York City? Oh my God, go ahead. Just go ahead.
New York bartenders, bar owners, listen the fuck up.
What is your fucking hate when it comes to Budweiser?
Yo, you go to bars in New York City and you say, "Can I get a Budweiser?" And they go, "We don't have Budweiser." Okay. And I go, "What the fuck?"
Oh my God, yo, they have all these micro beers and it tastes like October and it tastes like September and it tastes like oranges. I don't want all of that.
I don't want that.
I don't want that. I don't want to drink something that's gonna have me thinking of a fruit or
a month of a
year or a season. I want to fucking drink beer.
Where is your Budweiser? Stop fucking hating on Budweiser. Been around, what's the year? 1776?
You fucking know it.
World renowned. Why the fuck don't you have that?
Are you fucking kidding me? This is the king of all beers right here.
It's rice, America. It's Budweiser.
Rice, hops, and barley.
That's all the fuck you need.
I don't want to feel no fucking September, no fucking January. I don't know what fucking March feels like. I don't want to know what March feels like. I keep it real.
Just want a beer.
I just want to go into a bar in New York and see a Budweiser on the list. Is that so hard for you to keep like a little 12-pack of Budweiser there for people like me and my homie?
And they don't do it. And so you know what? When they say no Budweiser,
a lot of bars do not carry Budweiser.
I'll go either Corona or Heineken. But that's about it for me. I don't do vodka. I don't like tequila. I don't like wine. I don't like none of that shit. Jack Daniels, Cavassier, Hennessy, and Budweiser. That's all the fuck I need.
I feel you.
And you know what? Like, let's keep it real. Jack Daniels. We bought the Jack Daniels. How do we feel right now?
We feel pretty good.
We feel really good.
We've been sipping Jack Daniels since last night, and I have to say, we keep it together. We keep it together. You know what I mean? Like, we woke up.
Felt good.
Felt great.
Drank some more Jack Daniels.
Drank some more, and then hit the Budweiser, and then
and we're still like, I'm not like the fucking
not groggy at all.
No,
I'm telling you right now,
we're fine. You know, so that just goes to show you, everybody else is not like that. Somebody else could drink the same Jack Daniels we're drinking, they'd be fucking throwing up right now.
That's definitely, listen, because like one of my favorites, I know we getting into Jack Daniels.
Go ahead.
One of my favorites is Paul Mason.
See,
I'm a Paul Mason fan. I like my brandy. You know what I mean? When I like to go out like that, I have a good brandy. You know what I mean? Along with the Budweiser. You know, but I've been instilled with the fact that, like, see, I'm Puerto Rican. So a lot of times when I go to these bars, I always get like a shot of something in a Budweiser. Because that's how they do it in PR.
Okay.
They get like a shot in a Budweiser, and then what you do is you down the shot.
And then you drink the beer.
And then you drink the beer.
Liquor before beer.
Liquor before beer is like
in the clear.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
Beer liquor before liquor, never sicker.
Yeah, there you go. You heard it first here in the basement. In the basement, you heard it here.
Shout out to NEWPORTS.
Shout out to NEWPORTS again. Listen, and I'm telling you right now, Paul Mason, they got so many different flavors. I love that they got peach and pineapple and all that bullshit. But the original is just full of flavor and just hard body. I just love a good brandy. And if there is no fucking, Paul Mason, I'm not gonna lie, like, I love Henny. I'm a big fan of Henny.
All right, Tupac.
It's a hood thing.
All right, Tupac.
It's a hood thing. Niggas know. Listen, I'm from Spanish Harlem. I'm on that Henny and Dutchish era. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I grew up. And when you used to hit it with your homies, like, that's what you used to do.
I remember it too. That's why Henny's on my list.
Those are my only two.
If you from the hood, Hennessy gotta be on your fucking
list. And I
list.
usually keep a bottle like Alizé for the bitches, because bitches love Alizé. Bitches love Alizé.
I think bitches kind of like from what I've experienced, bitches more like
fruity
sparkling
drinks.
shit.
They like fruity drinks.
Like if you get like a Sutter Home sparkling, you can lure a bitch.
Yeah.
Or if you get, what's it called, the thought juice, that little strawberry Ritas or little whatever's, little margaritas.
I done seen girls drink like 2 of those and go
be woo,
like crazy, right? Ow! You over there killing like 6 of them. Like, what is she talking about?
And
what
she
is
there
she
like,
on?
ow, I just want to have sex right now.
Listen, whatever works, man.
Yep.
Whatever works.
Tales from the basement, man. We giving you life stories, dude.
Look, it's just facts. Listen, and listen, I'm basically saying, like, it's not like we're over here giving bitches like certain types of drinks to go to bed with them. You know what I mean? That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That's kind of what we're talking about. We're not trying to say that. You know what I mean? But what we're trying to say is like, you know, we have certain types of favorite liquors
that we like.
And if you're a grown ass man, you know, stick to one thing.
Hold on. If they don't have Budweiser, what's your next choice?
As far as a beer?
As far as a beer, yeah.
Okay, I know it's gonna sound weird, but I'm a Samuel Adams man.
Ugh.
I know it sounds weird.
Samuel Adams is brown,
I
nigga.
know it sounds. I know. A lot of it tastes like coffee and just dark coffee and whatever.
See that I never kind of like that. I feel like Samuel Adams and Guinness and Red Stripe, those are like beers that you drink because somebody else is drinking and you get used to it.
But that's mainly why, because the thing is, like, when I'm like at my job and I'm working with certain people, you know how this world is run by like white people. You know how it is, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it is, America. You know how it is when you ethnic and you come from a different type of background.
Yeah.
And you working with coworkers, and a lot of times you go out with them and everybody's ordering all these weird types of beers, and you look at the menu and you want a Budweiser, and the only thing close to normal that you can even pronounce and spell out
is Samuel Adams.
Samuel Adams. And that's what I end up getting. Like, it's not like I have a picked choice, but it's like, what else is there? You know what I mean? It's either get that or get a glass of water and look
you
like
wind
the
up
square.
and you wind up just liking it.
Yeah, it was like after a while I just kept drinking it.
Listen, I can't drink it. I had a bad experience with Samuel Adams. I was in a beer pong tournament and it was hectic.
Were you playing against him? Is that it?
I wasn't playing against Samuel Adams. I was playing against Samuel Adams aficionados.
Okay.
Like, basically, when you play beer pong, you get a picture of your own shit with your homie. I was with one of my homies. We had a picture of Blue Moon. They was doing Samuel Adams. So basically, the way
Blue Moon.
The way they was playing was
Blue Moon is okay.
The loser fills the pitcher.
Oh, of the team.
Yeah, like, okay. You buy. So we was whipping their ass. They was buying Samuel Adams. And I got so fucked up on Samuel Adams. Yo,
he does it to you every time.
I was a winner, but I was fucked up. And when I came home, like, me and my homie, we stumbling through the streets. We were so drunk that we walk out the bar, right? We bump into another friend of ours, and we like, yo, you got a lighter? And he gives us a lighter, and we light a blunt right there in front of the bar and just walk away.
What is wrong with y'all people, yo?
Walk away with his lighter.
What year was this?
This is 2000, maybe, I want to say 2010.
Oh my goodness.
And so we walk away with his lighter, and we smoking a blunt, walking through the streets, laughing, talking about how we was killing the game, and fucked up on Samuel Adams.
Basically bullshitting stories and lies and telling people things that never really happened in your world.
Nah, we was really winning because we was drinking their Samuel Adams.
It sounded like y'all was losers in this if y'all went home pissy drunk.
Yeah, but you know what? We was winners at the same time because we bought one pitcher of Blue Moon and drank like 3 pitchers of Samuel Adams.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Because we was just getting fucked up.
Who went home with the bitches though? That's the real. That's the real winning. It wasn't y'all. That's for sure.
We did not go home with the bitches. I'm not gonna lie. So we get back to my building. We fucked up. We smoke another blunt in a staircase, and I'm so fucked up off Samuel Adams, and I'm on my fresh shit. When I say I'm on my fresh shit, like, you're not supposed to go to a bar really dress fresh.
Never.
But I was feeling good that night, so I threw on my nice brand new foam posits.
Thank God you didn't have your Sriracha Timbs on.
Nah, I didn't have the Sriracha Timbs. This is before Sriracha Timbs. I threw on my brand new foam posits. Had brand new like Champion sweatpants, like the nice expensive ones. Brand new Champ hoodie. I was hood, but I was fresh.
Oh, so you basically said I want to go dressed to the ball like a little wankster.
Yeah, I was on my wankster. I was on my shit. I should have had FUBU on, but I didn't have no FUBU on.
You should have.
And I wound up throwing up, and I threw up so hard that all the back residue of the throw up was all over the side of my brand new sneakers. And I woke up in the morning feeling like shit. And I saw like little throw up stains all over my sneakers, and it ruined everything about Samuel Adams.
Yeah. Let me just sum that up for you. Definitely went home like a fucking winner.
Yeah.
You definitely.
I won beer pong.
Went home like a fucking winner.
Let's talk about it. I won beer pong, but I lost life.
Basically, that's what happened. That's basically what happened.
So, I mean, listen, I'm in the zone when it comes to beer pong, but let's just drink Budweiser. Let's not do Samuel Adams.
It's difficult when you go out to try to have a good time and you can't go to the bar and find your beer there. Like,
no,
you can't get in the zone the right way. You can't.
And I was throwing up Samuel Adams, and it was coming up like black, like it looked like I was throwing up a symbiote alien.
Oh, you was throwing up like the girl from The Ring, like
yeah, like
black hands and shit.
And it was coming out. It looked like ooze, like Venom was just born.
That sounds like winter talk right there.
That's what all the winners say. Like, yo, I threw up in the back.
That's what they all say.
And it's fucking Tales from the Basement, man. I miss doing a podcast so much, homie.
Word, yo. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry for all the stagnant delays. If you even consider them delays.
If you love our podcast and you've been waiting for a new episode, we apologize.
Which you probably don't, but it's okay. I mean,
but we apologize.
We've been a little bit busy, and trying to get through this life and this whole like inauguration thing. It's been hard. It's been hard.
It's been difficult.
But listen, we're here for you. We're not gonna stop recording, no matter what happens. That door is gonna stay open. That
unlocked.
That ottoman is gonna stay there for me to sit down and rest my behind. And that soap, that soap is gonna keep fighting bacteria until we finish it.
Yes. And you know what? I've been thinking, like, how much time do I have? As an adult and as somebody who works, I think about.
That's a good fucking question.
It's a great question. And I'm glad I brought it up.
It's a gamble.
I'm glad I brought it up because I've been thinking about, like, I'll tell you a little bit about myself, I guess, Artie from Tales from the Basement.
My fault, I don't mean to interrupt you. Yo, shout out to Philly, shout out to Chicago, Florida, everybody listening right now.
Yes, shout out to all of you. Send us your shit.
Shout out to the Shot Town right now. Y'all niggas doing the big out there.
Stop killing each other.
Alright, so go ahead.
So, I work 2 jobs. I'm a busy man.
You a fucking hardworking man. That's what you are.
And you know what it is I love having money. I love being able to buy Sriracha Timbs.
Sriracha Timbs. That's what you live for.
Yeah, and so I work hard to support that lifestyle of making you think I have money.
That's what it's all about, America. You gotta fake it till you make it.
Yeah. And so I got 2 jobs, and I'm always dividing up my time in ways where I'm like, all right, I got 5 hours to do this. I got 6 hours to do that. I go to work for 8 hours. I come back, I sleep for 3 hours. I go back to work. And I think about my life, and I think, like, where does my time go?
Yo, there's not enough hours in a fucking day.
There's not enough hours in a fucking day, man. So wake up and really catalog your time and see what you spend it on. Because if you're spending your time bullshitting and you're not thinking about progressing and you're not thinking about making more money and making more moves and showing more love to your people, what are you really doing?
You're not really doing nothing with your life. I mean,
yeah. So think about that, and that's really what I've been thinking about. Because I always think, like, yo, I got 8 hours to go to work. Like, the way I break down my work days is I do it in shifts. Like, I think, like, okay, my half-hour point is at this time. So when I get to this time, I know I'm halfway done with this job. And then I work like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of depressing, but at the same time,
It is depressing, I was just about to say.
Yeah, it's depressing, but I make money and I try to think positive. So I don't know.
Listen, if Donald Trump is going to be our next president, listen, can you help us out with that? Can you help us out with the fact that, like...
Can you raise the minimum wage to $36 an hour?
Listen, maybe not even that much, but, like... I think a lot of Americans nowadays, they would agree, like, your money doesn't go as far as it should.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sriracha Timbs is expensive.
You're killing yourself for Sriracha Timbs. You're out here drinking Budweiser and NEWPORTS, and you realize you gotta pay rent. You gotta send like $500 a month to your cable bill shit. You gotta send like $200 a month to your cell phone bill shit. Then you gotta worry about if you got kids. Them niggas is the fucking bill every month. And on top of that, you gotta worry about all the shit, like all the household miscellaneous crap that's going on. Like, can you make it worth it? Can you make that 8 hours a day that I fucking work actually show up in my paycheck? Like, literally, like, I work 40 hours a week, and I'm supposed to get a certain amount of money, and taxes just fucking rape me.
Yeah, Uncle Sam.
I never see all that money.
Uncle Sam always got his finger in your behind.
It's fucking amazing, and there's not enough hours in a day. Look, I work 2 jobs as well. So imagine.
Shout out, cheers to the hard workers.
Cheers to all the hard workers out there in America doing 2 jobs. Shout out to Pedro for the dog. You know, like people out there need to understand. There's not enough hours in the day. The dollar doesn't stretch as long, and like I barely even have time to sleep. I maybe even sleep like maybe 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
And then I gotta stay up and be awake, and I always gotta be alert and helping people. Like that's what society is like. Basically, we running on that kind of schedule, and I hope Donald Trump changes that for us, man.
But he's not gonna do any of those things.
Listen, I hope he does. Let's just give him a chance. I'm not saying I'm a supporter, but
he's already about to take your healthcare away.
Listen, it is what it is. I'm trying not to get sick for about 4 years, so I hope that soap lasts. I'm just saying.
Don't high five the homie. We gonna have hand sanitizer in the basement. We gonna have all that health shit because we cannot get sick. We about to be too unhealth insured.
Look, and if anything happens and I get my health care taken away from me, I just walk around with a first aid kit. It's not that bad, blood. It really isn't. I'll be fine.
Hopefully.
You know.
Hopefully. It's Tales from the Basement. You want to get into some weird facts?
Let's please get into some weird facts. And since it's inauguration time,
I'm going to do a Donald Trump fact.
Let's do a Donald Trump fact for all the fans out there, all the fans that support Donald Trump, all his supporters. We're going to give you a Donald Trump fact right now that you didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So please, give it to them right now.
All right. Let's see. In the 1980s, Donald Trump passed up on a chance to buy the New England Patriots because he thought it was a bad investment.
Wait, what? You mean the football team?
The football team. Donald Trump could have bought the Patriots in the 80s, and he thought it was a bad idea.
You mean to tell me that not only along with a dynasty, rings,
he could have known Tom Brady.
Cheating.
Which is what he does best.
He could have teamed up with the Patriots
and won mad Super Bowls.
And become even powerful than the Patriots already are? Are you kidding me right now?
So he didn't buy the New England Patriots.
Listen, if there's ever a wrong move that our president has made, it was definitely that one right there. Because how can you pass up a chance to get to work with Tom Brady?
He's NFL's dreamboat.
Fucking dreamboat, that guy, man. Are you kidding me right now?
So,
Donald, what were you thinking?
You know what? And that's funny is the little things in life. Let's say if Donald Trump would have bought the Patriots, he would have won mad Super Bowls. He would have been mad accomplished. He would have been looked at as the motherfucking man. He wouldn't need to run for president because you know what? The Patriots are worth mad money now.
Not even that. I mean, could you just imagine the conglomerate that would come out of Donald Trump back in the Patriots and for him being like the owner of the Patriots? Are you kidding me right now?
He would have had the whole NFL just sucking
instead
his
of
balls.
4 rings, we would have had like 8. You understand what I mean? Like Donald Trump, what was you thinking, man?
He could have bought the Patriots. And you know what? That goes to show you that not all his decision making is very smart.
Apparently not. Always smarter doing that decision making in the office than he is with these fucking NFL teams.
Yeah.
Because if I had a chance to buy the Patriots, I would have. I mean, what is wrong with that nigga?
I don't know.
But I'm going to give you my weird fact. It's not about Donald Trump. It's not about Donald Trump. It's my weird fact. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a kind of weird fact. We're going to really have to get into this because I got to change up the way I take a shit.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Listen to my weird fact. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're hearing out there, if you leave, it's my weird fact, if you leave the seat up while you flush the toilet, you are sending diarrhea-causing bacteria 10 inches, which is exactly 25 centimeters, into the air. Now, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but that's basically like when you sit on the toilet and you take a shit and you flush,
the bacteria is coming back up
in your ass. Don't do that shit ever again. Like, I gotta switch up the way I take a shit because I can't tell you how many this morning I literally popped the squat, dropped the Giants off at the Super Bowl and I flushed a couple times, so all that probably went right back up on your booty hole. Yeah, everything dead.
Well, I gotta do the same thing because the whole time I've been taking a shit and when I flush it, I kind of stare at it.
Oh,
so all that bacteria is going right on my shirt and all over my Sriracha Timbs.
It's amazing to know, like, after all these years, I've been taking this shit wrong. And I've been flushing wrong.
You've been getting mad, shitty bacteria all over yourself.
I'm pretty sure not a lot of people knew that weird fact out there.
You think girls flush and stare at the shit too?
I have no idea.
So that means every girl you fucked had like shitty bacteria all over her?
It has to be. It has to be like that because they didn't know that about that fact. I didn't know about that fact until right now when we found that out.
That's true. Oh, that's kind of nasty though. Because what if you take the illest shit you ever took and you flush the toilet like, yo, I'm good, and all that shit is just coming back at you? It's like shitting in reverse.
Bro, what if you take like a monster ass dump and it look like something is still moving in your shit, and then you flush, and that shit just comes right back up in your ass? That's probably not how it works at all. This is probably just bacteria that we can't even see right now.
Yeah.
Airborne shit.
All over you. You just covered in shit right now.
But I guess when it jumps up and it just sprinkles and tickles your butthole, I guess
you think it's like cool, refreshing water?
It makes you sick.
You just do like a little extra wipe.
It makes you sick to your stomach and you want to take another diarrhea. You know what? That explains a lot of times when I take a shit.
And then you get up and feel like you gotta take a shit.
I take a shower and all of a sudden I gotta take a shit again. That's probably it right there.
That's the worst feeling, when you halfway through a shower and you feel like you gotta take a shit.
Oh my goodness.
Because either you take a wet, shitty shower or you take or you take a clean shower and then you take a shit and then you gotta get back in the shower.
Don't you hate the moments where you standing in the shower and you like, wait a minute. And you give like that little forceful little thrust. And you like, hold on, man, do I really have to take a shit again? And you got like half the soap on your body, half the water, and I don't know if this ever happened to you, but I would come out the shower and I'd be like, yo, let me just dry myself off and sit on the toilet. And for some reason, I can never dry myself properly.
Completely, yeah.
And then I sit on the toilet, all of a sudden I start to get like an itch, like in different places.
Not only that, but your ass cheeks always wet.
Everything is wet. The toilet seat is wet. I'm slipping and sliding. Things are coming out. I had no idea it was about to come out.
You didn't realize you had that many like hairs on your ass.
Now I feel like a crack fiend sitting there scratching and shitting on myself. And then at the same time, I just go and I flush again. And all of that goes right back in the air.
All right, so what do? You wipe and then you get back in the shower, or you save the toilet paper and you just jump back in the shower?
No, I'm definitely a pre-wiper.
I'm a pre-wiper too.
I'm never one of those people that's fucking disgusting, honestly.
But if you got the massage settings on your shower.
If you take a shit, I mean like a nasty ass shit, and then
you gotta wipe first before you
just shower. Get up and you just walk into the shower and then you start cleaning yourself and all
you got the mud butt.
All little chunks just start falling and hitting. And, oh my goodness, I don't want that, because then you got them little brown little pebbles in your little drain. Dingleberries. And then when the next person come in there to take a shot, they're like, ew, what is that? This nigga took a shit in the shower? No, he was just trying to squeeze it through like spaghetti. That's all it really was.
Like Play-Doh through the Play-Doh that makes the little hair.
He was having fun in the shower, and now you came through and made him self-conscious, and you ruined it.
Oh, man.
But, ladies and gentlemen, that's our weird facts.
Yeah,
please do not flush the toilet when you're sitting on it. It's very important to avoid diarrhea-causing bacteria.
And you know what? Close the lid and then flush the toilet.
Or at least be like 26 centimeters up. Like, raise yourself up.
Yeah, stand back, flush it, and then jump behind the shower.
With your dirty ass and just come back and just sit down again, because you never know.
And just know that Donald Trump could have bought the New England Patriots.
He certainly could have. And he could have been wiping Tom Brady's ass right now.
Yeah.
And he would have had like a Super Bowl ring.
So, I mean, that's just how the world works. Funny, we bring it back to the beginning. Little things in your life change everything.
Yeah. And pretty soon we're getting close to the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Super Bowl is coming up. Listen, I already got my picks. It's going to be the Falcons, because Atlanta is fucking hot right now. Ain't nobody fucking with Matt Ryan. And you got to believe that he got a little bit more. Like, it's going to be a great game to see Atlanta go against the Packers. I know a lot of people like.
I feel like it's going to be Green Bay too.
Listen, I know a lot of people riding that wave because of, Mr. Rodgers or whatever. But listen, all of that luck is bound to run out. They went about what? It's about 8-9 games straight. And they literally had to win 7 games straight just to make the fucking playoffs. And now they up against somebody that elite, like Matt Ryan, that's been in this game for how many fucking years?
And still ain't won a Super Bowl, though.
This is his fucking time. And he's hungry. And he got that look in his eyes. I don't know if you've seen the last game, but that nigga's playing to win. And when you come like that, and you come with that grill, and even though you up by a certain amount of points and you still on the sideline thinking about how many more points you should have racked up, how many interceptions you should have never made, like, that's the champion right there. And I just think that Matt Ryan is going to overpower Aaron Rodgers and make it into the championship game. And of course, you know, look, we talk about the Patriots. Everybody know the Patriots gonna get in. Everybody know that. I'm a Patriots fan, you know, to death, and I know that they're gonna overcome the Steelers. So I'm not even worried about that. It's gonna be Patriots against Atlanta Falcons, Super Bowl. That's gonna be the shit.
All right, so you heard it here first. Patriots and Falcons. I feel like it's gonna be Green Bay and Atlanta, but I like Tom Brady and I love the Patriots. So, well, cheers to the Patriots and hoping they pull it off.
I hope they do.
It's Tales from the Basement. Shout out to Newports and Budweiser.
Shout out to Newports and Budweiser.
We here, Donald Trump inauguration.
Yes, sir, we are, and we just like to shout out to everybody out there listening.
Yeah.
And we just want to tell you thank you. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for listening to everything we doing. Thank you for downloading and streaming. And
sticking with us, even though we miss a week or so, you know what I mean? Like we said, we work 2 jobs. You know what I mean?
Just like you, America, we out here doing it.
Yeah, we grinding. This is a labor of love. You know what I mean?
You know, and if you get a chance to tweet us or you know, look at our Twitter.
It's Tales from the Basement 315 at Gmail.
That's our Twitter account.
Nah, that's our Gmail account.
Oh, that's our Gmail account.
So anything you got is Tales from the Basement 315 at Gmail.
Email us.
And Twitter is TFT Basement at Twitter. You know what I mean? Like at TFT Basement.
One more time. What's the Twitter?
At TFT Basement.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it first here.
Tales from the Basement.
We're going to leave you right now. We'll return to the Mac.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for
President
listening.
Trump, Seagal 2020.
Please, let him rock. Let him do his thing.
Hopefully he's all right.
And let's just get through these 4 years, all right?
Yeah.
God bless you all and take care.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, people.
That I had to go my day. I'm sure